Alright, so check this out. I have quite a bit of a tool fetish. Like I said, this is my house garage. I don't do mechanic work for a living. I actually have a sign business, so we build signs, do neon, and pretty much everything that's a sign we manufacture and build. But so my house garage, when I do work on things, I like to make sure I have the right tools for the right job, because there's nothing worse than trying to get bolts off with adjustable wrenches and vice grips and all that other crap. So I make sure I have the right tools for the right job. Now, this was my first toolbox I bought. I got it off a good deal on a guy that needed some money. It's all snap-on, filled with snap-on tools, wrenches, sockets, all that kind of stuff. I have doubles of most things, and then I even have another set up on the wall just for quick grabbing things without going through drawers. And then I used to use a lot of Ryobi stuff just because it's cheap from Home Depot, and it would, serve the purpose. But I got tired of replacing batteries that didn't last long and switches burning out in drills and things like that. So I switched to Milwaukee. In fact, a couple weeks ago, I found this on clearance in Home Depot, this toolbox for $300. I really didn't need another toolbox, but for $300, it's normally like almost $600 or $500 or something. I couldn't turn it down, so I threw it in the back of the truck and brought it home, which helped me organize some stuff because, like I said, I have doubles and triples of a lot of things. This blue snap-on box was getting kind of full, so I started filling up that. And I did switch to Milwaukee for all my drills and stuff, which so far I really like them. I mean, I have the 12-volt tools and also the 18-volt tools, and I found this cool little idea on Pinterest. Just cut some PVC, screwed it to the top, and I can have all my tools. They fit in there nice like that, but then you don't know what you have, so I started putting them in this way so I can see if it's a drill or an impact or what it is. Sawzall. This thing's a beast. This is the half-inch cordless impact, and I have snap-on air impact. And since I started switching to all these tools, I pretty much don't even use the air compressor for anything but filling tires and blowing things off. This thing will just run circles around any air-powered impact I've had. I mean, we pulled rusty U-bolts off of Jeeps and lug nuts off of pretty much anything. Even my F-250 out there, this will just spin the lug nuts right off. So it's a good tool. And also I have the 3/8 version. That's a monster too for a little 3/8. That does a pretty good job. And I have the light and the little Bluetooth radio there, which I have that hooked right now to a satellite radio. I'm listening to Howard Stern a lot of times, pass the time. So I was in Home Depot the other day, and the first thing I do when I go to Home Depot is check their clearance section for things. And actually they found these all sitting in a shopping cart. They just took them off of the shelf. So I called the guy over and I said, "Hey, what's going on with this shopping cart full of Milwaukee tools?" And he said, "Oh, we're changing the display." So I said, "All right, well, what kind of deal can I get?" So he called the girl over. She went through it all. They pretty much took 50% off of everything. So I got all three of these with 5 amp, the big batteries, for $300, and it normally would have been over $600 for, pretty much what I got here. Not that I really needed all these extra tools, but like I said, I have kind of a tool fetish, and for the half price I couldn't pass it up, so I brought them home, and here they are. I didn't even use them yet because I already have pretty much all that stuff. But between my business, which is the sign shop, and here, you always need tools. I have trucks on the road, so if I don't use them here, I'll take them over there and we'll use them. But I prefer the better tools home because at least home I know I'm using them and I'm taking care of them and they're not getting lost. So that's it. I just thought I'd let you guys know about that. And now I'm going to probably start sanding this out, or I don't know, figuring out what I'm going to do in this bed area for the day. It is Mother's Day, so I'm not going to be out here too long. I'm going to go visit my mom eventually. So I just figured I'd come out here this morning and put in a couple hours and make a little bit of progress.